It's the age-old question. How do I get more sales on insert the print-on-demand site? Redbubble, TeePublic, Zazzle, Merch by Amazon, Etsy, the list goes on and on. What do you do? Well, I figure I'm pretty successful on print-on-demand. I've made over 10,000 sales. I've made enough money to buy a brand new car. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I kind of have figured out at least some formulas that work for me. So in this video, I'm going to show you my personal 5 beginner mistakes that I made personally. Probably the biggest mistake, or at least the mistake that most really new people have on Redbubble or TeePublic, is this thing called the pull mindset. So the idea is you start designing and you start thinking about things that you can make. So I could make cat designs, dog designs, space designs, and the list goes on and on. The problem is I'm not thinking about what will actually sell. I'm just going through my day, finding stuff that I like, and I'm just saying, well, I'm going to make all of these items. I have no idea if any of these are going to sell or not. I haven't done any work on that. So that's the big one that I'd encourage you to do, is when you're first starting out, is to ask yourself, okay, out of all of these niches, is there any evidence that any of them are popular or that they'll sell? So ask yourself, what actually sells? And there's a number of ways you can do this. Okay, so I want to give you a real life example that maybe you can use as kind of a basis. So here I'm on Redbubble and I've typed in the search phrase Cleveland, and that's just a city in Ohio in the United States. So Cleveland gives me back 18,457 results. What you can do here to find the best-selling designs is you can sort by most relevant, and that's usually the one that comes up first. There's also trending newest, there's best-selling. I just typically go to most relevant, and that will give me the best shot at what is a good seller. Now, I'm not suggesting that you just rip off these people's designs, but if you can see what's working. So for example, this one here, Greetings from Cleveland, Ohio. It's like an old vintage sticker that you would use like on a camper. That's a really popular design. And I would take a look at something like that and see if I could incorporate it into my portfolio. It would take some work, obviously. You'd have to use a clipping mask and have some sort of vintage stuff, but that's a possibility. As I scroll on down, yes, you will see trademarked stuff. You will always see trademarked stuff on Redbubble. Ignore that. Take a look at this one. This is Cleveland, Ohio Retro. Well, if you have a template set up, you could make something similar to that for every city on the planet. You could have 2,000 designs and they're all very similar, looking like that retro sort of style. Here's another option, is you type in your search term, and if you get back nothing, like here's one result back. I typed in night shift Cleveland, I get back one result. Probably there's not a lot in here. There's not enough demand to satisfy this niche. So if you were to pump in 50 or 60 designs, you probably wouldn't get any sales. So too few designs or too many designs, you'd want to try to get into a sweet spot, maybe 400 designs, 300 designs, something like that. Here's another thing you can do to find top selling designs. Here's just an example of a store that I stumbled across completely at random. I was actually searching for this design here, this Don't Tread on Me flag design, and that led me to this person's shop. Well, when you take a look at this person's shop, they have 107 designs. And as you scroll on down to the very bottom of the store, you'll see out of 107 designs, they have over 5,000 favorites. And that's a lot for 100 designs. Like most people would have maybe 100 favorites for 100 designs, 200 favorites for 100 designs. This guy's got 5,000. Now, yes, this person's been around for a while, but still 5,000 is a clue that chances are at the top of the list of this person's store where you see most relevant, these are probably the best-selling designs. And if they're not trademarked or copyrighted, you can make similar designs if the niches themselves are not full. Here's another option. I'm on Etsy this time and I'm searching for Cleveland sticker. Now again, you're going to get a lot of trademarked items. Don't worry about that. I don't care about the Cleveland Indians. I don't care about the Cleveland Browns and the Cleveland Cavaliers. But look at this one. Cleveland Skyline sticker. Okay. Minnie and Company. That's the name of this company on Etsy. When I go to their shop, I see they have over 8,000 sales. And this is a big one here. Other people want this. 6 people have this in their basket. Again, I'm not saying this is perfect research. I'm not saying that this is a guarantee, but you could make something similar to this. City name on the bottom, some sort of silhouette. Maybe it's a watercolor design. Maybe it's a simple pastiche of colors or buildings or a retro design. Something like this seems to be resonating with customers. So I would look through this person's store. I'd look through a bunch of people's stores, and I would find designs that have evidence in sales and in cart that it would be a best-selling design. Okay, tip number 2 is that typically when you first start out, your quality is not very good. Now look, I don't know you, I'm not judging you, I'm going based on my experience. So here I've just typed in vintage into Redbubble search engine and it gets back at 2.5 million results. I'm going to click over here and instead of most relevant, I'm going to select newest. This is just going to show me what's been uploaded lately. I have no idea if it's any good or not. So here's some things that I like, and here's some things that I don't like. When you're doing stickers, you want to make sure you've got the kiss cut all around the sticker. These look great, by the way, because they're like one big sticker. Here's another one, nice big vintagey sticker, but let's take a look at this one in a bit more detail. And look, I'm not making fun of anybody's design. It's just a fact that some people are not going to like buying a design that has this little piece sticking off of it. The word Italy is its own sticker. That can be troublesome if you're trying to put this on a water bottle. So obviously the design was done and it was not put on a separate circle or square or a big enough design to have it all included down here. It would be better if this was like rounded at the bottom and it would be one robust sticker rather than this. That's what I mean when I talk about the quality is not high. It's not a judgment on the artistic merit. Actually, that's a really nice design. It's a shame this person will probably not get sales on the sticker as well as they could have because the bottom is missing, basically. This Italy is sitting all by itself. Now, some people might like that, but a lot of people won't. Another thing that you'll see is things that are not properly stuck on a shirt. Okay, so here's an example. This one says, just a regular dad trying not to raise liberals. Okay, again, nothing against the design, like the messaging or whatever. I don't care. This is not political. It's just the text is tough to read. It's not particularly well spaced. Why isn't dad really big? And why is this text so hard to read from far away? Again, it's my personal preference, right? But if you're not making sales and you go, man, that's a solid concept, take a look. Perhaps you need a simpler font. Perhaps you don't want to have this massive double spacing on a shirt. Typically, when you're looking at t-shirts, you want to have something like this. See how the text overlaps. The dad is over the circle. There's a silhouette. If I select the colors here, you can see the silhouette is actually cut out. It's not black. Sometimes people will have black inside the design. I'm not saying it's a mistake. It's just most people prefer this sort of a look. You're the greatest of all time is all centered and easy to read from a distance. It all works together. It doesn't look amateurish. Whereas this one, sorry, I'm just being honest, it doesn't look that great. It's got huge spacing. The font doesn't really match the message. It's a personal preference, but that's an example of where if this person starts, look, if this person's selling, great. But if they're not, they may want to look at the way physically the design looks on product and go, maybe I can make that a bit more robust and a bit more punchy so that when people see it from a distance, they go, oh, I get it. Okay, there's a problem that new people have where they don't scale up their images. And what I mean by scaling up is establishing dominance on your store so that people will like and favorite your designs and like and favorite your store. So here's a great example of what to do, okay? So I've gone into Redbubble and I've typed in the search term Sweden, one of my favorite countries on the planet. And we can see here there's Alma Studio has got a couple designs that rank right at the top. So I've clicked on this person's design and I've gone into their shop. Alma Studio has 3,476 designs. And right here at the top, I love this banner. Can find your city, explore the world. And it's a bunch of different circular designs, all with different countries, travel stickers. As we scroll through, we'll see, yes, they've got different types of designs. However, they've got a ton of travel stuff. That's their main hub. So if I'm interested in a travel sticker and I stumble across their store, chances are instantly I'm going to want to favorite this store because they have so many travel designs. They've established themselves as a leader with their banner, with the amount of designs that they have, and the consistency across their store. So I'm not suggesting you're never supposed to waver from what you like. This is a great example of they've got travel stickers, but they've got some other stuff too, right? But the majority of the reason people are coming here is going to be because they've got glorious, round, easy to read travel stickers. And let's scroll on down to the bottom. Off of 3,000 and something designs, you can see they've got over 16,000 favorited. And again, I'm not saying the only reason for that is that they've got travel designs. Somebody might like caution beer only, that's fine. But they've got a number of similar. I'm guessing, and it's a total guess at this point, that they get reached out to regularly by people saying, hey, can you make me my hometown? Can you make me my country? Can you make me my special sticker? And so they probably do, and they make sales very consistently. These are great, great looking designs. And notice the consistency across the store. Not everyone, but most designs are circular. They've got some stars on them. They're easy to read. This is not a trademarked item. Rogers, Arkansas, USA, that's a template. And then they've stuck in another name, and that's a template. That looks great on a t-shirt, a sticker, a coffee mug, and so on. Great job. I think that tagging on Redbubble, which is your tag words down at the very, very bottom, the stickers, tags, all product tags. I think these are the most misunderstood things in probably all the print-on-demand world. And when I figured out how tagging worked, it really helped me start to get consistent sales. So let's just use this one as an example. This one's girl power. So when I first started out, if I made a design like this, I would say for tags, girl power sticker, heart. Like, it wasn't great, okay? But what I learned was look at similar designs and see how they're tagging them. Hillary Clinton, women's, girl support, social justice, Gloria Steinem. Nevertheless, she persisted, Elizabeth Warren. Oh, I get it. Women's lib, feminist, feminism. These are not intuitive if you're new and you're first starting out because it says girl power. It doesn't say Gloria Steinem. It doesn't say Elizabeth Warren. So the idea is you're going to put relevant keywords down in the tags. And I know as soon as I say that, people get out the pitchforks and they start saying, what about tag spamming? And you start putting everything and anything in there. I get it. And there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. What I'm suggesting is not just having the tag saying what it is, but ask yourself, why would somebody buy the design? That's the big question. Why would somebody buy a girl power design? Mother's Day, gifts for grandma, gifts for daughter, empowerment. Those are other keywords you could add in. So I think this is really well done, but you could do even more. And that's the power of tagging these designs, thinking who's buying them, not what is the design. Okay, the last tip is really being an art snob, and I was guilty of this when I first started out. I fancied myself an artist, a digital artist. I've lost all respect for myself. I just want to make the sale. So here's an example of 29,974 unique designs, and the keyword I used was salt. That's the word I used. So we go through and we see witty. I love this design. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. There's salt shaker designs. There's all sorts of vintagey stuff. When you go right to the top though, one of the top selling designs is a salt shaker with the word salt on it. And it's like, really? Like that's one of the best selling designs? And the answer is yes. So I talk to my old self and I'm like, stop being a snob and put these designs in the mix. Sometimes people just want a sticker that says danger, or a sticker that says poison, or a sticker that says salt. That's it. It's not funny. It's not clever. It's not particularly well drawn. It just does the trick. So I know I sometimes will cringe when I'm selling a really simple text design or a really simple old vintage graphic, and I'm going, it's too easy. But you know what? It doesn't have to be hard. You can put stuff in here like this: salt, lime, tequila. This is right at the top. There's almost 30,000 results. That's one of the best-selling designs. Salt, lime, tequila. Half the success in life is just showing up and making the actual designs work. So hats off to these people that do these designs that are very basic. Here's another one. It's lime and tequila. That's it. It doesn't need to be more than that. So I'm guilty of overthinking these designs, and I just got it out of my head. Just make it simple, fill a niche, and all of a sudden sales start. And, I hope you found that helpful. It can be a bit frustrating to spend hours. I get comments from people on YouTube and they say, I've spent 2 hours on this design. I'm like, oh man, it's not worth it. Salt, lime, tequila probably took this person 35 seconds and it looks clean. Think of it, instead of simple as a negative, think of simple as a positive, like it's elegant, like an iPad looks simple. Well, it's elegant. Of course, the insides aren't simple, but you know what I mean. Simple is elegant. So I hope you guys found that helpful. A few tips and tricks if you're brand new, and a few tips and tricks if you're hoping to get more sales, not only on Redbubble, but anywhere in the print on demand world. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.